Good morning, everyone. It's time for the On Your Now show. So grab your cup and sip it up because guess what, y'all? We have an exclusive.
Yes, we do.
Let's go.
Say I am unstoppable. Let me hear you say I am unstoppable. And let the horn play. Hey. Oh yeah. I heard that I would fail. Then I heard you won't prevail. Then I heard all the things that I can't do. And then your strength.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's time for the On Your Now show. I am your host, Tracy Berry McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I'm your host, Yolanda Langford, and they call me Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, Lady Yo, Lady Yo. Lady Yo with the exclusives. And man, do we have an exclusive for everyone today.
We do. We have an exclusive with Rosemary Britts and Sabrina McField. They actually shot our pilot.
Yes, you all didn't know, but I can't believe we're here. It's really been a journey for us, and we wanted to go back to the beginning just to kind of give you a little taste of what our pilot looked like. So are you all ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
So make sure that you all get ready. When we come back from the break, you will see what the pilot looks like. Let's go. Exclusive. The Conley Financial Group and Branch Benefits Consultants, offering the holistic approach to all of your professional and personal insurance and retirement needs. We're changing the world one policy at a time.
– 25 years of experience. Let us show you the right way to buy a vehicle. I think that's what sets us apart and above the rest. We're great at educating and making sure our clients have the best buying experience possible. We're located at 9095 Belt Road at the intersection of 270 and Lindbergh.
Won't stay down, I'll get up. I'll go 12 rounds before I give up. Heavy is the crown, but I will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody come on in. It is time for the On Your Now show, and we're so excited about it. I am your host, Tracy Berry McGee.
And I'm the co-host, Yolanda Langford.
And we're excited to be here today. So everybody come on in, grab your cup, and tell a friend. It's time for the On Your Now show. Good morning, Lady Yo. How are you?
I am wonderful, Tracy. Good morning, sister. Tell me, what's in your cup?
Well, you know what? I'm drinking great STL water today. And it feels so good because, you know, at the end of the day, when you wake up every morning, you got to replenish yourself. So
Absolutely.
I'm starting off with my STL water. What is in your cup?
Well, Tracy, I have hazelnut coffee. I needed a little flavor this morning.
A little flavor. You know, hazelnut is my favorite.
Yes.
It is. But I said, you know what? We got to balance this thing out. So I got my water. You have your coffee. And you know what? We're going to find out the tea because we have some amazing guests for our Wellness Monday. And I'm so excited about it. We have Sabrina McField, and she's going to talk about dancing in your shoes and how she's owning her now. And of course, we also have Rosemary Britts. She's going to talk about the Sickle Cell Foundation. She's the executive director. Wait till you all hear about all the things that we have to offer. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too, Tracy.
So, you know, this was the weekend. We had a great weekend, and this is still a new season. So we have some birthday shout outs. Tell us, whose birthday do we have coming up today?
Well, you know, it is Pisces season, so I have to come correct. We have Miss Adrienne Bracey, St. Louis's very own Adrienne Bracey. We have Carmen Spivey from California. Happy birthday, Carmen. And we also have Don Myers. We're saying happy birthday all the way to Texas. And just in case they're watching, we're saying happy birthday to Devon Smith. It is his birthday. Now, I do have vibrant vibes. I have Vibrant Vibes for Devonna Moore. She just found out that her song Unstoppable will be remixed by Pastor Fred Hammond. How about that?
Oh my goodness, I love that song, Unstoppable.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear the remix. It's gonna be so good.
It is. It is.
Congratulations, Devonna, and also Adrian Bracey. Congratulations, happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody. You know, on the Own Your Now show, it's all about happy birthday celebrations and vibrant vibes. And that's why, you know, I think it's important for us to continue to inspire, uplift, and empower, because every day should be a day to live your life to the fullest. So, are you ready for an amazing show?
Yes, ma'am.
I am too, and I can't wait to find out about all the different people that we'll continue to have on. You know, we meet every day, Monday through Friday, and we focus on wellness. We focus on inspiration, but more importantly is mental, physical, spiritual, and financial wellness. And that's the key to everything that we have to offer, right?
Absolutely. That's why we call it the Own Your Now show.
And now for our Own Your Now affirmation word of the day. Our affirmation word of the day is love. It's so important that you realize the value of self-love. So listen, L is listen, O is observe, V validate, and E empower. Our word of the day, love. Look for someone to love today, okay? And when we come back, we will have our next guest. So stay tuned on the Own Your Now show.
Welcome back to the Own Your Now show. We have some fabulous guests coming up. Tracy, why don't you tell us who's next?
Well, you know, we're really excited because we have the Sabrina McField. She is a choreographer. She is a dancer. She was a dancer, but you know what? She's now balancing everything with making sure that you take care of your brands. And she's going to talk about her new book, Dance the Dance in My Shoes.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Hello, hello, hello. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, ladies. You look so beautiful.
Thank you so much, and so do you. You know,
Thank you.
before we get started, we have to ask you, what's in your cup?
Oh, okay. So I came with a green smoothie today. I'm trying to keep that waist slim.
All
you know,
right.
those insides healthy.
That's fabulous, and that comes from you being a dancer also.
Absolutely. A lifelong career of athleticism, and dance just continued on to adulthood. So I love it.
I love it. I love it as well. But I just want to know about the smoothie. What made you say, I want to make sure that I drink smoothies? Because I try to do the smoothies. And do you make them yourself? Because I go right to the coffee. I can make the coffee, but I cannot make the smoothies.
I do make smoothies myself. I love it. It's a lifestyle, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like an easy way to stay healthy.
Yes, it is. It is. I don't know if any of you all know how to make the smoothies, but I'm going to stick with the coffee myself. But I know that it's something about the green in the smoothie. But you know what? We got to talk about the dance in the shoes.
Yes, we
Tell
do.
us, what made you say dance in my shoes?
The dance in my shoes is just like another way of saying see things from my point of view.
Okay. See things from your point of view. So you, in your book, you have several steps to help us to see things from your point of view. Talk to us about the first step.
The first step is all about knowing yourself, because I feel like you really have to have a strong sense of identity, because until you have that, the world can't recognize you. The world can't see you clearly. So it's just all about knowing who you are and where you come from and your history. Not all history, your parents, their history and their history. And just knowing that pathology and making the connection so you can identify where you are today.
I always talk to my kids about knowing her story, which
There
is
you go.
your story.
That's
Yes,
it.
you're right.
That's
You know,
it.
the other thing about it is when you say know yourself,
Yeah.
that's really important. In today's society, you got television and
Yes.
radio and everything else trying to define you. But when you decide, you know what? I know who I am. I know what path that I want to be on.
Come on.
I'm going to continue to walk in that path.
Absolutely.
So another chapter that I saw was
Yes.
living the dream.
Yes, living the dream. You know, it's kind of tricky because I have like this play on words.
Yes.
But living the dream is also another way of saying that nothing is going to be perfect, but you can still live the dream. So to sum like this book up, it's like from trauma to triumph, excuse me. And when you triumph, it's not always going to be how you want it to be. And you don't have to be like nobody else. You just have to know who you are.
That's right.
Be obedient to that, and you win.
You know, I always say people always talk about a dream, but it's
Yeah.
important to realize your dream is
Yeah.
different than someone else's
Yes.
dream, and don't let anyone define your dream. Talk to
Exactly.
us about that.
Well, I say something in the book along the lines of like, God is not going to compare you to Beyonce.
Okay.
You know what cards you are dealt, and
That's
you
right.
have to know how to play with those cards.
Okay,
and you can
wait a
still
minute.
win.
Wait a minute. Did you all hear that? You know the cards that you were dealt.
Right.
You need to learn how to play your own hand.
Your own hand.
You know, one of the things that we always say is, I define me, not
Yes.
society. But when you
Yeah.
know who you are, then you won't allow other people to define you. And so
Absolutely.
you don't even have to think about the Beyoncés of
Yes.
the world, because you know what? She's beautiful in her own spirit, but
Yes.
so are you. So are
Absolutely.
you.
I agree.
I also want to talk to you about branding, because I know
Yes.
that you have a full hand. You're a mother,
Yes.
a business owner. You have all these different
Yes.
brands, but you also are all about social digiting.
Yes.
What is that? The digital
Digital
platforms.
marketing.
Digital
Yeah,
marketing.
digital
That's it.
marketing. Yes.
Talk to us about that.
I love digital marketing because, as you know, COVID-19 kind of shut us all down, and it forced us in this shift. So I always say that skills, adaptation, and technology are the key to survival in this post-COVID-19 era. So you gotta have those things. And so marketing, digital marketing is the same thing as marketing, it's just online. It looks a little bit different than drive-by traffic.
Yes.
You know, you gotta have a different set of skills, and we can't be afraid of that because this is where we are. So you have to know how to create your content. You have to know how to work social media. You have to know how to run an ad here or there so that people can see your product, because we're getting 40,000 messages a day. And if you
Yes,
post
we
one
are.
time, I'm not seeing it, because I might only see it in the morning.
Well,
you know?
I know that that's important, and I know that your book is being released, and you're going to have to use a lot of digital marketing
Yes.
during this pandemic. So talk to us about, let us know, where can they get the book and when will it be released?
Yes, everyone can go to my website, SabrinaMcField.com, and it is going to be released on 314 Day.
All right.
314
I love it.
Yes, it's like a culture here in St. Louis. 314 Day, we all get together. We lay our things to the side, and we just celebrate, we have fun, and we dance. Everybody knows you got to hit those
You gotta
dance
hit the. Oh,
moves.
she said dance. Okay.
Yes, I
Speaking
love
of
it.
dance, I want to know, what is your favorite dance move? Because you said you're a choreographer.
Okay.
What is your favorite dance move? Because you're from St. Louis, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give it to my 314 Day dance. It's the, you know. It's
All
the,
right.
What is?
you know. And the reason why I love that is because I don't have to do it by myself. People can do it with me.
Yes.
And when everybody's dancing together, it's a whole nother energy. So I
Yes.
like to do something that we all can do. It's funner like that.
It really
Right.
is.
Well, I'm going to go back to the dream. You know, I
Yes.
always tell people it's never too late to
Yes.
be who you were created to be.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's never too late. If you're here on this earth and you're walking and you're breathing, you got time.
You got time.
You got
But
time.
you gotta do it in time.
You gotta do it in time. As long as you're above that ground, honey, you in time.
Absolutely.
So we talk about the dance in my shoes, your book, The Power Moves to Make Life, to move to your rhythm. You all see this book. This is where you need to start realizing the value of you dancing to your own moves. Now, let me tell you something. I know that we have guests from all over the world, but I was a dancer back in the day. I used to. I didn't do the nay-nays, but, you know, I did the Catherine Dunham technique, and I did all
Ooh,
those
you
different
was-
things. But I think that this right here is what speaks to my soul when you say
Yes.
dance in my shoes. your shoes. Everybody wears a different type of shoe, whether it's high heels or with the flats.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you rock to your own beat. And I see that in you, and I love that about your spirit. I love that about everything that you do. You're making some power moves, and we're excited about it.
Thank you. That's
Thank you.
it. You got it. That's all that.
So you all make sure, we got to make sure everybody gets a copy.
Absolutely.
You will get a free copy on the On Your Now show, but make sure that you tune in and find out where you can get these, because you can go to Amazon. And where else did you say again?
We're going to have an audio book. We're going to have an ebook. We're going to be on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, everywhere.
Hey,
So,
as the kids say,
I like that.
the kids say,
it.
she ready.
So make sure that you continue to stay with us. We'll be back with our next guest on the On Your Now show. We thank you so much for being with us.
I love you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I got to give y'all some love. Give you some love.
We believe that beauty on the outside is a direct reflection of what you feel on the inside, so we provide a therapeutic session aesthetically and mentally through conversation, makeup, hair, and clothing stylist services, followed by an amazing photography session that will leave you with the confidence and self-esteem that has been there all along. Book your session with us today at renaissancetjs.com.
Welcome back. We are so excited that we now have Rosemary Britts. She is the founder and executive director of the Sickle Cell Association. Welcome back to our show, Rosemary. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I just got to ask you that question. What's in your cup?
Ooh, I have Thanksgiving. I have a cup full of Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And due to some recent situations in my life, this is what I turn to daily. Okay. So a cup full of Thanksgiving.
A cup full of Thanksgiving. Well, you know, we are thankful that you said yes and that you came to us to share your story. So we know you are a sickle cell advocate. What made you pick sickle cell, or did sickle cell pick you?
Actually, sickle cell picked me.
Okay.
I gave birth to a child that was diagnosed with sickle cell disease and had to figure it out. Okay. I had no clue what this was, how to live with it. And so as a mother, you just go into this survival mode of figuring it out. And as time went on, I was being encouraged to start an organization around sickle cell to help other families, other patients, and people that were dealing with this, because I seemed to have it figured out.
Well, I think one of the things that a lot of people aren't aware of is what is sickle cell. And that's something that we need to know when it comes to our DNA makeup and everything. Share with our audiences, what is sickle cell?
Sure, absolutely. Sickle cell is a genetic, inherited blood disease that affects the red blood cell. And it does primarily affect those from areas such as Africa, Mediterranean, Southeast Asia, and most people would consider it a black disease because you see mostly black individuals or those with darker skin. However, don't let it fool you. Any race can be affected by sickle cell because of the culture that we're in. We're in a melting pot.
Yes, we are.
And besides that, you may have come from somewhere such as Italy and you look Caucasian, but you could very well carry the gene for this. So it is a inherited condition. So you have two parents that have the gene, they can come together and have a child with this disease.
So the parents necessarily don't have to have sickle cell, but it's two parents who have the gene that can have a child that has sickle cell.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Both parents have to have that gene, and they may not have any complications or issues themselves because they just have one copy of the gene. But when they come together and both give off that gene, the child can have it.
And how do they find out if they have the sickle cell gene?
So now all across the country, they are testing babies at birth.
Wow.
So the parents receive a letter. If you are older, maybe 35 and up, or maybe you that person that wants to have a child at 70, then maybe you need to talk to your doctor. There is a blood test called the hemoglobin electrophoresis, and it will determine what trait you have, what kind of hemoglobin you have.
So I know that you talked about there are times when you may have the sickle cell trait. That may be when one parent has it and the other one doesn't. But when both parents have the sickle cell trait, then typically the child may have sickle cell.
So
correct?
If those two parents have sickle cell trait, they have a 25% chance of giving birth to a child with normal blood, 50% chance of giving birth to a child with the trait, and 25% chance of giving birth to a child with the disease. That is for every single pregnancy. So it's like you're rolling out these dice, and that is every time you have a child. So you can't have a child with disease and say, oh, now I can have 3 more before I have another child with the disease.
Well, you know, this is all about wellness. This is so important for us to make sure that people are informed. And so you all also do donations, right? You have the donors. What does that look like when it comes time to make sure that we are able to donate blood?
Absolutely. So the most common treatment for individuals with sickle cell disease is blood transfusion. And as a result, we need more African Americans and a diverse pool of donors to have blood available for people with sickle cell. The reason is that it works best if you get blood from someone like you. So it wouldn't kill you if you're Black and you get blood from a Caucasian person, if you have the same blood type.
Yes.
But if you receive transfusions on a regular basis, it's best to receive blood from someone like you, because your body begins to build up antibodies and it thinks it's foreign. So that it is very important. We don't have enough of the African American community donating in order to help those with sickle cell disease.
So this is the time to encourage people, if they've ever thought about donating blood, this is the time to donate. Now, we know that you have had some transgressions in the area of your daughter passing.
Absolutely.
And I know that we have always talked about people and grief and wellness.
Yes.
Talk to us about your now.
Sure. So my daughter, Ronisha, 29 years old, passed away in September of 2019, and just totally unexpected for me. And it sent me into a deep grief because this is the child that made me a mother. This is the child that gave me purpose. Her living with sickle cell disease is what, caused me to have the knowledge that I have. And it just, grief is something that you just, it hits everyone differently. And here I am trying to figure out, who am I? What do I do? Is this still my purpose in life? And so I had to really dig deep. So when I tell you that I have a cup full of Thanksgiving, this is what helped me in my journey through this grief. And so as I was crying every day and trying to figure out what to do, it came to me, Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Thanksgiving.
If you take the time to be thankful for what you do have, then you have less time thinking about what you lost.
You have said so much. You talk about who am I now? And I know that that's something that you're trying to figure out. But, isn't that something we're all trying to figure out? We thank you for coming on. We thank you for saying yes. We thank you for defining your now and for making sure that you are a resource in our community. And so anytime that anyone knows or needs to know more about the Sickle Cell Foundation, how can they find out?
You can go to our website, which is sicklecellassociation.org. That's the easiest way, and all of the contact information is on there to reach us. That's sicklecellassociation.org, and we're on all of the social media as well.
Well, I'm definitely going to figure out if I can be a donor, because I believe that I can, and I will. And again, we're sorry for your grief. You have experienced it. We've all experienced so much grief, but you know what? We're all going to try to figure this out together. So we thank you for saying yes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We're going to continue to be thankful.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the On Your Now Show. The Conley Financial Group and Branch Benefits Consultants, offering the holistic approach to all of your professional and personal insurance and retirement needs. We're changing the world one policy at a time.
"25 years of experience. Let us show you the right way to buy a vehicle." I think that's what sets us apart and above the rest. We're great at educating and making sure our clients have the best buying experience possible. We're located at 9095 Belt Road at the intersection of 270 and Lindbergh.
Welcome back to the Own Your Now show. We've had some fabulous guests, haven't we, Tracy?
We sure have. And you know what? We just want to say thank you. Thank you, Sabrina McField. Thank you, Rosemary Britts. And you know what? We have some knowledge. We know that knowledge is power. We're going to continue to inspire, uplift, and empower our community. That's what it's all about.
Well, you know, we have our Own Your Now challenge. So, Tracy, tell our audience, what is our Own Your Now challenge?
Well, I think that our last guest, Rosemary, said it best. It's important that you are thankful. So we want you to realize the value of being thankful. What are you thankful for? Make sure that you tell a friend, tell someone that you appreciate them. And we will make sure that we continue to appreciate each other. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, sister.
All right then. So if you guys decide to go outside, we want to make sure that you remember to please wear a mask. Yes. But if you decide to stay inside, keep sipping and shelter in place. We'll see you same time and same space on the Own Your Now show. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a great day.
Wow, what a great show. That was amazing.
The very first show.
Yes, it was. And you know what? Sabrina did a great job. Rosemary Britts did a great job. Let me tell you all, they have a lot of great things that are happening in the community. So please follow Sabrina and follow Rosemary. She has some awesome things that are coming up and you don't want to miss it. You know, it's time for the Own Your Now flow, Lady-O. What is your Own Your Now word of the day, your affirmation?
My affirmation word is now. N-O-W.
N-O-W. You know, Shamim always says no opportunity wasted.
Yes.
And my Own Your Now affirmation word was own. And you know what? That's what it's about. Making sure that you own your now. So for everybody listening and tuning in, just make sure that you keep sipping. Have a great day. Keep sipping some peace, love, and positivity.
And remember, own your now.